CHI talks a lot about long-term partnerships with hospitals to reduce costs and generate new revenue. So just how long is long-term? Our best results come with long-term relationships. Historically, the average is 7 years, but they can range all the way up to 15. Achieving meaningful financial outcomes from consolidation, redesign, or lean generally takes 2 to 3 years. Outreach typically takes longer, in the 3 to 5 year range. So why is that? When you think about it, it makes sense. The easy changes come in the beginning. Think of the 80-20 rule. You can get a lot of the financial impact early on with only just a few key changes. Then each subsequent change is harder and takes longer. These are the things that you never wanted to do or could not do for political or cultural reasons, what I call those known opportunities described in the video entitled, "What if my lab is already good?" They also include the things that you may not be aware of, the unknown opportunities or best practices that makes other labs best performers. Towards the end, it really gets hard. You have to do a lot of small or incremental improvements that collectively represent a large impact. Any one may not be particularly hard, but there are a lot of them. You're dealing with the 80% of the opportunities that collectively comprise only 20% of the savings. Let me give you a couple of examples. As mentioned earlier, operations management contracts typically last 2 to 3 years. We've had experience where contracts have been extended for a year or two because once we were there managing the lab, we found opportunities that you would only see if you were there day to day. My first job with CHI was like that. We had a 2-year contract to do a turnaround in a large teaching hospital in the Northeast. We did a good job with our original contract, and as a result, our scope was expanded to include outreach. In the end, the contract was extended from 2 to 5 years. Our management contracts last the longest. This is where we achieve meaningful financial impact year over year. Our minimum term is 5 years, but the average is 7. We have had 2 contracts lasting in excess of 12 years, one 13 and one 15 and still counting. By the way, that client that had been with us for 13 years decided to try doing outreach on their own. Within a year, they were unhappy with their results, and they came back to CHI. The other factor that impacts the length of our long-term contracts is our relationship with our clients. Ideally, we develop a relationship of mutual trust and respect that, like a fine wine, only gets better with age. Clients say, "Gee, you did such a great job expanding our lab business. Can you do imaging too?" Or, "You exceeded our expectations for cost reductions from integration. Do you see any other cost reduction opportunities here?" That's when we know that we are doing something really right. And that's what I work hard for every day.